highlight a couple items. There was correspondence that came in this month regarding Maple Ridge Phase 6. The developer's attorney issued correspondence with respect to the acceptance of Phase 6. We're working with Chris Volz on a response to that. I'll just say that we had written the developer a letter last fall, told him all the things he needed to do, and I don't understand why he lost that letter and now he thinks that we accepted the road. So that's to be continued on that one. I just wanted to bring that to the board's attention. Moving on, there was a Bruce and I met with HHSDR, the architect for Muse Elementary School, regarding the improvements to School Street. We really just had a meeting to discuss basic parameters of the minimum requirements for that the township has for a public road. They're going to look at those things and come back with regards to that. They did indicate that they do control the post office. They didn't have any idea when the post office was going to be out of that and when they could build the road, but they at least wanted to start looking at what those improvements would require. At that same meeting, we reiterated the board's concern on the secondary access. I had been authorized to write them a letter, which I did, and they took that letter. They were supposed to go to committee and review that issue and get back to the township. So I just wanted to give you an update on the school.
Dan, I have a question, excuse me. When you go to a meeting like that with the architect and you bring Bruce, is one of the board members allowed, along with our public works director, to these meetings?
Anybody can come to the meeting, frankly, no problem.
Okay, in the future, I mean, I'll be back to work in a couple of weeks, but I think it'd be a good idea to maybe bring me and Bill along, or Bill and another board member to these meetings.
Yeah, I mean, it's like some of the meetings that we have, and it's tough. I mean, we can throw which ones that would require somebody else to be there. We can throw it out to everybody, and then if you want to come, you want to come. If you don't decide you want to come,
Yeah, send a notice if they
yeah, it's no problem. To that same effect, you're going to probably say the same comment, Frank. We did have a meeting on McConnell Road.
Right, that's what I had a question about.
And really, the purpose of the meeting on McConnell Road was to get out there and just identify the things that the board brought to the attention at the first public hearing, and they really just see them in the field, the issues that exist, and it's really up to the developer to come back with some sort of a solution to the board. We didn't offer any with them. We just identified what some of the issues were, and they got some ideas, and they're going to move forward with what they want to do. But again, we'll make sure, that everybody's invited. If they can be there, they can be there.
Frank, and that's an advantage for us, continued hearing that when we had met with them, hopefully they'll come back to this meeting and some of the concerns we had will already be addressed for us, and then the new ones or different ones that can finish up on. So that's a good thing about it.
I still have concerns with that Burnside Road and Muse Bishop Road. I think if everybody would have known 2 years ago that they were going to put that NBR housing plan, because we know fire trucks can't make the bend, school buses can't make the bend. So the school buses, I think, are going to have to be faced to go out the other end of Burnside Road. And that fellow was trying to impose that on our residents, not to come down Burnside Road and make a left to go to Muse. And I wouldn't go for that. What if we restricted those residents in that new plan from not being able to make a right-hand turn coming out of their plan? We told them you can only make a left-hand turn. We have a lot of bad intersections. And coming home from the town meeting the other night, Lawrence, I was down there on Morganza Road trying to make that left onto Cecil Henderson, and there was a fellow trying to make the hard right. There were 6 cars backed up on Henderson Road. So we have a lot of bad, dangerous intersections, and hopefully, with any new developments going forward, we're not going to settle for subpar standards. I hope they're aware of all this.
Well, that's the one advantage of having a PRB, that you can impose those conditions on the developer. So they're going to come back and see what they have. Just the intersection of O'Hara and Route 980, we're taking a look at how we can improve the sight distance there by making improvements to Chartiers Run Road, and we should have an answer back on that as soon as we do. We'll get that to the board. And then just finally, the pavement bids will be in on March 18th. Will be the opening on the bids. That's it.
Thank you, Dan. Chris, let's report.
Discussed in executive session the lab check construction case number 2015-4480, involving the Klinger Park fields. I would like, as we discussed, we have had some settlement discussions, and I would like permission from the Board of Supervisors to settle this case for a cost no more than $30,000 to be paid by Cecil Township. And the other litigation that we may have wrapped.
Well, Chris, let's handle that one.
Okay.
It's something that it's pending, the Klinger Park issue. In the first place, it's using grant money that, I'm sorry. It's using grant money that we were charged with fixing up those fields, but I know the settlement is roughly $4,000 more than we would have actually had to pay out, but I think our contention is that it would cost us a lot more to litigate it than go further litigation than settle for an additional $4,000. So that's the net
And that's
loss
part of my record.
out of the fund for the development of the park. So anybody have any other questions for Chris or comments? We have a resolution to authorize him to settle for that amount not to exceed $30,000.
Yes, I'll make that motion.
Been moved.
I'll second.
Seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The motion carries.
And the other issue involves Cecil Township against Dennis Fleeher Contracting, case number 2012-5955. This involved damage to a Winnie Road that the township has since repaired and replaced. I'm requesting permission to settle this dispute. Terms would be that Mr. Fleeher pay the township $5,000 by May 31st. And if he doesn't meet that adjustment, for the full amount, our claim will be entered against him and the other defendants.
You heard the rest of the details in executive session, so short of any objection, is there a motion to approve this?
I'll make that motion.
Motion and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The motion carries.
And finally, last month, the Property Maintenance Appeals Board upheld the notice of condemnation against Mr. Puchaney. He has since appealed that decision to the Court of Common Pleas. I have filed the record with the court, so we're waiting schedule for it, and we'll proceed from there.
So we're not even scheduled to get done.
Yeah.
You know who will go in front of?
Not yet. So, and that's it for the solicitor's report.
Chief, do you have any